Hello friends, welcome to this video series on number system. Today we'll be discussing some concepts on co-prime numbers. So to start with, we'll first look into the definition of co-prime numbers. So any set of two or more numbers would be co-prime if the HCF of those two numbers are 1. It means कि those two numbers do not have any common factor other than 1. So if for example we look say we take two numbers, one is say 12, another is say 18. So what are the factors of 12? Those will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, then 12. What are the factors of 18? 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 18. Right? So these are the factors of 12 and 18. Now see what are the common factors between these two. So common factors we can identify. This is common, then this 2 is common, then this even 3 is common, then 6 is common. So here the common factors are what? Common factors are nothing but 1, 2, 3 and 6. So there are four common factors. So can 12 comma 18 be co-prime? No, these are non-co-prime because there are more than one common factor. If there is only one common factor and that is only one number, then only it's going to be a common a co-prime number. So now if we see example of 5 comma 6, so here 5 the factors are 1 and 5, which 5 is a prime number. 6 the factors are 1, 2, 3 and 6, right? So now the common factor between these two is only 1, right? So again, since there's only one common factor, that is 1, so 5 and 6 are co-prime. So these are co-prime. So effectively what we are saying, if the HCF of the two number is 1, then that number is going to be that pair is known as co-prime. Similarly, if we see 227, first we need to check whether 227 is prime or not. How to find this out? We will take a square root of 227. That will be somewhere around 12 point something. So we check the divisibility of 227 with all the prime numbers less than 12. So starting with 11, 11 will not divide 227. The next prime number is 7. Even 7 will not divide 227. Next is 5, also not divide 227. Neither 3 divides. So 227 is a prime number. So it means it has only two factor, 1 and 227. Similarly, 79 is also a prime number, 1 and 79. So there's only one common factor, which is 1, or we can say HCF is 1. So therefore 227 and 79 are co-prime. So I think now the concept is clear. Co-prime are those pair of number for which the HCF is 1, or uh, which has only one common factor, that is 1. So this is a co-prime pair and each of the numbers are relatively prime to each other. So now we'll see some processes, standard processes as in to spot two co-prime numbers. So what are those? First, any two consecutive natural number are always co-prime. So let us take uh, 8. So 8 the factors are 1, 2, 4, 8, and the next natural number is 9. Factors are 1, 3, 9. So do we have any common factor other than 1? No. So therefore 8 and 9 are co-prime. So similarly we can check this for all other uh, consecutive natural numbers. It will always be co-prime, right? Because they will not have any factor in common apart from 1. Similarly, if we see two consecutive odd numbers, say suppose 3 and 5. So 3 has a factor 1, 3, 5 has a factor 1, 3. So 3 and 5 are again both are prime numbers. but even if not a prime number, then also let's suppose 9 and 11. So 9, it is 1 3 9. 11 being a prime number has only two factors, so the common factor between 9 and 11 is only 1, so therefore it is a co-prime number. So this is a standard relation ki two consecutive odd numbers are always co-prime. Now the third concept says ki the two prime numbers are always co-prime, so that is but natural, because see, two prime numbers, if we say any 79 and 83, so prime numbers by definition means it has only two factors, one and the number itself, and 83 also 1 and 80, so only common would be 1. So there is no other factor which is common between two prime number apart from one, hence they are co-prime. And we know, I mean, by the basic concept ki HCF of any two prime numbers is always 1, so therefore those will be co-prime. Now one prime number and other composite number are always co-prime except for ki that composite number is not a multiple of the prime number itself. So suppose I take an example, say 5 a prime number, right, and 9 a composite number. So here 1 5 are the factors, here 1 3 9 are the factors, so it is always co-prime. So a, a pair of number in which one is a prime number, other is a composite number will always be co-prime, but we need to be careful of such cases. Say suppose, I mean, if the number was 5 and other number was 10, so here in this case it is 1 comma 5 and 10. 10 is nothing but this is a multiple of the prime number 5, right? So in now it will have 1 5 2 10 and all such factors, so two factors are common here and hence this will not be co-prime. So what do we understand from here ki a set of prime number and a composite number generally is co-prime, but if the composite number happens to be a multiple of the same prime number, then it will not be. So this is a very standard cases to identify the two. So I mean, if we can summarize, any two consecutive natural numbers are going to be co-prime, any two consecutive odd numbers are going to be co-prime, any two prime numbers will be co-prime, and a combination of a prime and composite number will be co-prime, except for the cases where the co-prime is a multiple of the prime number. So so far we have seen the co-prime for two numbers, a pair of number. But the same process actually applies for three or more numbers also. So suppose numbers are, I mean, say 2 3 5. So so three or more numbers being co-prime with each other means ki all possible pairs of the number would be co-prime to each other. So here it 2 3 5 will be co-prime only if 2 comma 3 is a co-prime, then 3 comma 5 is co-prime, then 2 comma 5 is co-prime. So all possible pairs should be co-prime, and then only the triplet will be co-prime. Similarly, if we have a quadruplet wherein, say suppose we have 2 3 9 and 4, is it co-prime? Let us check. Though the HCF of the four numbers would be 1, but here we will not apply that concept of HCF. We will individually check every pair. So what are the pairs? Pairs are 2 comma 3, 3 comma 9, 9 comma 4, then 2 comma 9, 2 comma 4, then 3 comma 4, right? So 6 pair, 4 C2 by 6 pairs should be there. Now check whether 2 comma 3 is a co-prime. 3 comma 9, no, 3 comma 9 has a common factor of 3 also, so non co-prime. 9 comma 4, yes, co-prime. 9 comma 4 HCF would be 1, so this is co-prime. 2 comma 9, 9 comma 4 we can, 9 is what, 1 3 9, and 4 is 1 2 4. So there's nothing common apart from 1. Therefore 9 comma 4 will be co-prime. Similarly 2 comma 9 will be co-prime. HCF of 2 comma 9 is 1. 2 comma 4 is non-co-prime, and 3 comma 4 is co-prime. So do we, I mean, we have six pairs. Are all the six pairs co-prime? No, we have two cases of non-co-pair, no co-prime numbers. Therefore we cannot say the quadruplet 2394 is a co-prime quadruplet. So this is the way we understand the concept of co-prime in the case where we have more than two numbers. Now how to identify the cases of three, I mean triplet of co-primes. So how to identify those such cases? So here are a set of rules. Three consecutive odd numbers are always co-prime. So if we take 5 7 9, 5 7 9 is going to be compulsorily co-prime, because if there are three pairs, right, 5 comma 7, 7 comma 9, and 5 comma 9 all are co-prime. So since all the pairs are co-prime, so therefore 579 as a triplet is a co-prime. Yeah. Then again we check for another, say let us take some other three consecutive, like 25, 27, 29. Let us check 20. Now three pairs 25 comma 27, are they co-prime? Yes, HCF would be 1, so co-prime. Then 27 comma 29, are they co-prime? Yes, HCF is here also 1. And then 25 comma 29, here also HCF would be 1, so co-prime. So these three are co-prime, three pairs. Therefore as a triplet, this triplet is a co-prime triplet. So this you can keep in mind that the three consecutive odd numbers are always co-prime. Now let's check three consecutive natural numbers with first one being odd. So the first three consecutive natural number, first is odd. Say suppose take 5, then 5, 6, 7, right? Three consecutive natural number with the first number being odd. So this will also be similarly we can check odd, sorry, co-prime. So pair should be 5 comma 6, 6 comma 7, and 7 comma 5. All are co-prime. All three pairs are co-prime. Therefore as a triplet 536 would be co-prime. But had we taken some other number, say number did not start with odd, instead it started with even number, say suppose 4. The consecutive three natural numbers is 4 5 6. So now let us check 4 comma 5, this is co-prime. 5 comma 6, this is also co-prime because HCF is 1. Then 4 comma 6, 4 comma 6 we have a common factor of 2, so hence this is non co-prime. So since one of the pair is not co-prime, therefore as a triplet 4 5 6 is not co-prime, right? So this is the way we check. So for I mean this is a standard concept, this you can remember and keep in mind, three consecutive number starting with a odd number is always co-prime. Now two consecutive number, two consecutive natural number which starts with an even number and the next odd number. So what is meant here, okay, so suppose we take 4, it starts with even number and two consecutive natural numbers, so 4 and 5, and now the next odd number, so 7, 7 is the next odd number. So this triplet is going to be a co-prime. We can check that 4 comma 5, then 5 comma 7, then 4 comma 7. All the three individual pairs are co-prime. Therefore we can say as a triplet this is also co-prime. So here the only two I mean this you can keep in mind ki any three numbers, any I mean two consecutive number which starts with an even number and a next odd number, this triplet is going to be a co-prime number. And now the three, any three prime numbers, this is I mean very simple, quite obvious. Three prime numbers, they do not have anything in common other than one, so therefore any three combination of prime number is always going to be co-prime. You can take anything like 17, 19, 79. So this is a triplet of three prime numbers. So this is on the three pairs will have HCF of 1, and hence as a triplet this will be a co-prime. So this concept I think is fairly simple. Only these four simple standard rules you need to keep in mind. Now we see some additional concept here. Say suppose how to find the number of co-primes to n that are less than n. So suppose, I mean, what is meant here? Okay, suppose number is 12. So how many numbers are less than 12 but co-prime to 12? What it mean? This means ki how many numbers are less than 12 and those numbers along with 12 give a HCF of 1, right? So let us check. This is 2 raised to power 2 into 3, right? So factors are nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12, right? So now see, we have to find the number of co-primes to n that are less than n. So now see, let us start from 1. Is 1 co-prime to 12? Yes. So 1 comma 12. Is 2 co-prime to 12? No. Is 3 co-prime to 12? No. No. Is 4? No. 5? Yes, 5 is co-prime to 12. Then 6, no, has a common factor. 7, yes, it is a co-prime to 12. Then we check with 8. Is 8 co-prime to 12? No, it has a common factor of 4. Then 9, 9 also has a common factor of 3. Then 10, 10 also has a common factor of 2. 11, 11 will be co-prime to 12, right? So here we get four factors of I mean four numbers which are less than 12 but are co-prime to 12. So similarly, I mean, so this we manually counted. Had we been asked to find for 24, so 24 we need know is 2 uh, cube into 3. So I mean, what are the numbers which are less than 23, 24 and co-prime to 24? Starting from 1, 1 is co-prime. Then 2, no. 3, no. 4, no. 5 will be co-prime to 24. 6 will not be co-prime. 7 will be co-prime. Then 8 will not be co-prime. 9 will not be co-prime. 10 will not be co-prime. 11 would be co-prime. Then 12 would be not a co-prime. 13 being a prime number would be a co-prime. 15 also not. 16 not. 17, then 19, then 23. So there are 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 numbers. Here we had 4 numbers. So basically 24 has 8 numbers which are less than 24 but each co-prime to 24. So this way we can manually count, but we can manually count only if the numbers are smaller. What if the numbers are quite bigger? So then it's really difficult to manually count. I mean, we start from one and then check every number whether it is co-prime or not. So there's a standard relation which can help you find out the number of co-primes which are less than n. So that is given by nothing. I mean, if for 12, if we see 12, we can write as 2 square into 3, right? So let the number of co-primes less than 12 be d. So that will be given by number itself, 12 into 1 minus 1 by 2, 2 from here, and then 1 minus 1 by 3, the next prime factor of here. So this way. So here it becomes 12 into 1 by 2 into 2 by 3. So from here directly we can get four, there are four numbers, right? And here we had got four numbers, the same as for what we are getting here. Now for 24, if we check, so 24 it can be written as 2 cube into 3, right? So D means ki the number of numbers which are less than 24 but co-prime to 24 would be given by 24 into 1 minus 1 upon the first prime factor, which is 2, into 1 minus 1 upon the second prime factor, which is 3. So from here we can get 8 divide. So this relation is very useful to get. I mean, now had we to find for 72, say suppose 72 is really a big number. I mean, uh, so this we can write as 3 square. So number of factors, number of numbers which are less than 72 and co-prime to 72 will be given as 72 into 1 minus 1 upon first prime factor, which is 2, into 1 minus 1 upon the second prime factor, which is 3. So here it is 72 into half into 2 by 3. So that is, there are 24 numbers less than 72 which is co-prime to 72. So very easily we can get that. Now if we see for another example 120, 120 we can write as 120 we can write as 3 into 5. So the number of numbers which are less than 120 and co-prime to 120 will be given by number 120 into 1 minus 1 upon first prime number, which is 2, then 1 minus 1 upon the second prime number, then 1 minus 1 upon the third prime number here, which is 5. So here we can get 120 into half into 2 by 3 into 4 by 5, right? So this we can, so it becomes 32 numbers. So 32 numbers are less than 120 and co-prime to 120. So this way we can find the number of co-prime numbers which are less than a number, and it's a very easy and convenient way to find out. We simply just have to remember this expression, which is nothing but n into 1 minus 1 upon first prime factor of the number, then into 1 minus 1 upon second prime factor, then 1 into 1 minus the third prime factor, and so on. So this relation, if we know, then it's quite easy to find out the number of such co-prime numbers. Now we have found out what will be the number of co-primes number which will be less than a number, but what would be the sum of those co-primes? So there's a relation for that also. I mean, if we just check for all those examples which we took earlier, I mean 12 we started, so 12 we can write as 2 square into 3. So what were those numbers? We found out 1 is co-prime to 12, then 5 is co-prime, then 7 is co-prime, then 11 is co-prime. What will be the summation of all these co-prime numbers? 5, 1, 6, 7, 13, 13, 1, 24, right? Similarly, if for 24 we had to find, so it is like 2 cube into 3. So the numbers co-prime to 24 would be 1, then 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 8 numbers. Now what would be the summation of all this? Summation would be nothing but 1, 5, 6, 7, 13, 24, 24, 3, 13, 37, 37, 17, 50, 50, 69, 92. So this becomes 92 sum. So now let us check 1, 1, 5, 6, 7, 13, 24, 37. Oh, 37, 17, 54, 54, 73, 96, 96. So now as the number increases, it's going to be tedious. So what could be the quicker way to do this? So there is a way by which we can do this. I mean, now if we have to find for 12, so we know it is 2 square into 3. We know the number of such numbers which are co-prime to 12 would be, and less than 12 would be what? 12 into, now directly writing 1 by 2 into 2 by 3. So this gives 4. And what will be the sum of all such numbers? That will be nothing but we multiply d, what we have obtained in first step, into the number itself, number by 2. So here it becomes 4 into number is 12 by 2, right? So it becomes 24. So it is very standard, and it gives the answer in one stroke rather than computing and adding on the individual such numbers. Similarly, if we see another example, we had taken n is equal to 24. So what would be here? 24 we can write as 2 raised to power 3 into 3. So the number of factors we know is what? Number of factors is nothing but n into 1 by 2 into 2 by 3. This we know is nothing but 8. So what will be the sum of all such numbers? That will be nothing but d into n by 2. Right? This expression is same. D into n by 2. So d is 8 and n is 24 by 2. So 96. Very standard. I mean, we can get this. Here we had to add all such numbers, and as the number n increases, this will be even lengthier and complicated to calculate. Now, if we see for another examples, n is equal to 72. So this we can write as 2 raised to power 3 into 3 square. So what will be d? D will be 72 into 1 by 2 into 2 by 3. So this gives you 24, and summation of those numbers would be what? 72 by 2 into 24, right? So 12, 864. So this is the summation of all such numbers which are co-prime. Now if we have to find for another say that 120 which we had calculated in previous example. So if number is 120 and it is asked to find the number of numbers which are less than n and co-prime to n. So this we can write as 2 cube into 3 into 5. So d will be nothing but 120 into half into 2 by 3 into 4 by 5. This we had got as 32. So now summation of all these 32 numbers will be nothing but 32 into 120 by 2, right? So this will be 1920. So this is very easy and a quicker method to find this. Let us check once again. This 16. Right, correct. So this way we can find the number of numbers which are less than any given number and co-prime to those number n, and the sum of all such numbers in a very easy and quick way. So here we end this session. Hope this was useful to you. Thanks for watching this video.